What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Hey, I really been liking this new positioning with film. Normally I'd be sitting up here either in the car or I'd be in my other room where I have like my whole setup up filming up in there. But I don't know why I just been liking this angle for whatever. Well, last night, man, I was just talking to my girl, right? So I it's a new term that I'm starting to use now more frequently, and I think this term is going to become a permanent term that I use for bullshit most of the time. And I shout out to Charleston White. So I'm a Charleston White fan. I consider Charleston White somewhat of a mentor because he's giving me a different perspective and a viewpoint on life that I never had before. So when you're able to influence and change a person's thinking, you will change. You will permanently forever live within that person because that person will become a byproduct of whatever it was that you sparked in their mind. So my girl was like, so I was telling my girl that I just watched a movie on Netflix called Back Country. It was a movie about a bear. A couple went hiking and the guy was mauled by a bear. So I told my girl, I was like, I would never in my life, like I asked her, I said, do you go hike? You like hiking? And she was like, well, I went, but she's not like a religious hiker. And I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, bro, because I'm not never going hiking. And then she's like, well, me and my mom went, woo doo woo. And I was just like, nah, I'm not going hiking. And she said they did that, I think, in Colorado. Colorado is bear country. So I was telling her, I was like, even if you go, let's say for instance, you go hiking and it's bear in the area, even if they say you don't know exactly where the bear are at, like, so you might have some people might say, well, the bear are located on this side of the river or on this side of the mountain or hill, whatever. And I'm saying to myself, like, how do y'all know that? The only way you can know something like that would be if you have a tractor on there. It's almost impossible for you to know exactly what's going on in the animal's head. It's impossible. So how could you tell exactly where they're at? All you can do is just say, man, be careful because it is bear out there. I can't tell you exactly where they are, but there are bear out there. And then not only bear, you still got to worry about mountain lions. You still got, you know what I mean? So it's a multitude of different animals that you can run into out there. Shout out to all the people that go hiking. It just ain't for me. To each his own. Everybody has something they like to do, which might not be for the next person. For me, that's hiking. So she was reading some type of I don't know what she was reading. And she was like, how to, prepare for a bear attack or something. And I'm telling her, I'm listening to what she's saying. So I'm like, man, we being played on. I was like, we being played on, man. I was like, so you got people that say whenever you see a bear, play dead. You got some people that say whenever you see a bear, yell and make yourself bigger. And I say to them, where is their document proof that legitimately will save your life? Now, I know some people might say, well, it's not necessarily a guarantee, but in my opinion, I think it's only going to have to be you. It's going to have to be God sparing your life because what else can do it? You out there, you don't got a lot of people that go hiking, they don't have a gun. Some of them don't even have bear spray. So they go out there into a situation because they might have listened to somebody else that told them that the bear was on this side of the mountains. But my thing is this: if this side of the mountains is this close to wherever this side of the mountains, wherever they saying it's not, what are the chances you think that can't roam into this area? So you got a lot of people walking to their deaths because they being played on. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is this. It's a situation. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like this world. As the more I live, the more I experience this world, the more I really realize there is a lot of bullshit that goes on in this world. It's a lot of stuff that they tell us. It's a lot of stuff that people tell you, and a lot of it is really, it's no proof on anything that they're saying. So it all comes down to, okay, we being played on. Like I said in my family video, they always say family over everything. I don't care. I always forgive family. They always said that. They always use that. And I was like, that's a ploy of being played on, because when you do that with family, you're basically setting yourself up to be got over on. That's all you're really doing, honestly. So you're being played on, because it's like your family gonna look at it like, okay, cool, I can do whatever to this dude and he gonna forgive me, or I can do whatever to this dude and he ain't gonna say nothing. So why would I stop mistreating him or misusing him if he ain't gonna stand up for himself? Ain't nobody gonna say, well, that's my family. Well, you got a very rare few people. Ain't nobody gonna say that. So like I was telling, like last night when I was talking to my girl, it's just like, bro, a lot of stuff in this world that they tell us, we are being played on. I truly believe that. Like I was telling her, you got a lot of people, like my cousin, he called me the other day and he told me that he got high off shrooms. And I was just like, okay, cool. And he was just like, man, getting high off shrooms, it made me so much more grateful. And shout out to him. But I got to thinking, I was like, bro, your mind doesn't have to be altered in order for you to feel gratitude. Like a lot of this stuff that they say take or do, the reason why it worked is because you're going into it with the mindset that this is going to be for that. That's the only reason why it worked, because there's no scientific proof that something that alters your mind can make you more grateful. Wouldn't you think that looking at other people in different countries that have way more less than you and way less opportunities, that alone should be grateful? When you got a loving mom, a loving father, a loving grandmother, a loving boyfriend, a loving girlfriend, a loving husband, a loving wife, why isn't that enough? Why can't that be enough for you to be grateful for whatever it is in life that you're being grateful for? You know what I mean? That's just like the whole mental health thing. We being played on with that. Mental health is important. But you got a lot of these people that go through this mental health stuff. They go up into this hospital. In this hospital, all they do is just prescribe them prescription drugs. Now you got motherfuckers that's overdosing because they think that the more I take these drugs, the more happy I'm going to feel with self. When at the end of the day, altering your mind is only a temporary fix for a situation. I can tell you for a fact, I went through a period of my life where I was heavily binge drinking. I wouldn't say I was addicted, but that was my coping skill to deal with what I was dealing with at that particular time. But I asked myself, what did I gain ultimately from drinking every fucking day? Nothing. I didn't make more money drinking every day. I didn't attract the woman that I wanted to marry from drinking all day. Nothing productive. I never seen anything productive other than me going to go work a 9 to 5 and getting a consistent paycheck just to sponge back into alcohol. That was it. So my mind doesn't have to be altered for me to feel gratitude. My mind doesn't have to be altered for me to feel happy. My mind doesn't have to be altered for me to get up and be productive. I can get up because it's all about how you control your mind. So once you control your mind, once you can manipulate your mind into doing the things that you do not want to do, that's when you get to the level of success. Because that's all it comes down to. When you look at a lot of these people like the Floyd Mayweathers, the Mike Tysons, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, the LeBron James, Tiger Woods, Michael Phelps, Derek Jeter, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, Conor McGregor, John Jones, Khabib. When you look at all these names I just made, these all are greats in their fields, right? So do you think that every time all these guys I just named had to go to training sessions that they wanted to go? But they had to make, because if I got to be the best, I have to do this. So I got to wire it in my mind that this is what I have to do. And once I can get that drilled into my conscious and it sleeps into my subconscious, the better off that I will get with managing that, to where I don't have to be on mind altering drugs in order for me to feel like I'm a benefit to this planet. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all a ploy of us being played on. It really is, man. Like a lot of stuff that we listen to from people was I was looking at a video of Andrew Tate, and he was talking about how you got some people that'll be like, they go based off the advice that they got from somebody else, but he like, you taking advice from a person that don't really give a fuck about you. They just repeating something that was told to them. So it's a lot of stuff that's repeated that we really don't know if it's any significant meaning behind it. We just go with it. That's just like I be telling a lot of people nowadays. It's always been that if you want to get into something like me, I'm getting into sports analysts, you know, like into sports media, pretty much like a Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, all those type of guys. You know, I'm getting into that. See, back then you had to go to school legitimately, or you had to be a former player that, you know, can attract views in order for you to be able to do something like that of that magnitude. Nowadays with social media, you can be a sports analyst and don't have to go to college at all, because all you doing in college is what? Accumulating debt. And then it's not even a guarantee once you get out of college that you're going to have a job in their respective field. I guarantee you right now, go ask maybe 5 or 6 people that graduated from college what they graduated from college for, and ask them, why you working here? Because 9 times out of 10, the job, just because you got that degree, that doesn't mean that you're a shoe-in for the job. You know what I mean? You still got to have the hustle, the never say never mentality to keep applying for jobs, even though more overqualified people are getting it over you. You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't have to be that. Like, you get some people, like a lot of y'all kids that's out here committing crimes, getting into trouble, right? Then y'all go to prison, and you in prison for the rest of your life, and now you want to be a motivational, now you want to convert over to Muslim, now you want to convert to Christian, when it's like, you didn't have to go through this to get there. A quote I always use, man, is a smart man or woman learns from their mistakes. A wise man or woman learn from the mistakes of others. So I can look at this person and know damn well what he or she is doing, I'm doing. And I see the results of what happened to her. I'm not much better than her and him. So I inevitably, if I keep going down the road I'm going down, I will end up that way. It's just point blank, period. But I want to be able to know that before I got to get there and can't get out and have no way of, rectifying, in a sense, my life because I'm stuck here because of a mistake. You know what I mean? So a lot of what's going on in the world, bro, we really being played on. We really being lied to. Like, even with the news only showing us so much of what's going on in the world. And I think a lot of times they show us certain things to keep us distracted from things over here. Like, you got some people that don't understand, like, I'm not a racist, but you know how they're saying that Trump wants to stop illegal immigrants from coming over. Here's the thing. In the process of letting illegal immigrants over, it's a possibility that you're letting terrorists over. It's not because it's no way that you're civilizing that and checking every single person that comes across that border. So in the process, you might let in 100 people and 100 of them might be good. But out of 100 people, 2 of them might be bad. So it makes it hard for the other 100. Because at the risk of us letting these people in, you got bad influences that's coming in that now can attack us from the inside out, and we never see it coming, opposed from the outside in. You know what I mean? So, but they'll tell you they blindsided with certain things. The media would do it sometimes, and they play on us. They show what they want. They show us what they want us to see, and they tell us what they want us to hear. They're not telling us the full story. They're not showing us the full story. You know what I mean? So I always tell my girl, stop saying, like, so yeah, even when we go back to the bear thing, she was like, you do realize not all bear want to eat people. I was like, well, yeah, you might be right about that, but that don't mean that's gonna stop a bear from attacking you. A bear can attack you, will attack you just out of its nature. It'll attack you because it views you as an apex predator, which is a competition for food, or it'll attack you because she has her cubs somewhere in the area and she figures that, and she view you as a threat to her cubs. So, they ain't gotta eat you in order for them to kill you. So I always often look at my girl and some of the stuff that she does and says, I say to myself, I was like, see, people like you become victims in life because y'all just fail to acknowledge that this world is dangerous. That regardless or not, outside of your home, outside of your comfort, it's a jungle out there, man. Any given day, any of us can be killed, whether it be killed by another person, whether it be killed by an animal, whether it be killed by a sickness, whether it be killed in a plane crash, helicopter crash, a sink shipping. So there's so many different ways that all of us out here, exposure to some type of radiant chemicals is a lot of ways that we can leave this earth. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, guys, open your eyes and stop listening to what people are telling you and stop playing on, stop letting people play on you. Look deeper in things, man, because we all being played on, bro. I promise you we are. And shout out to Charleston White because he's who I got that term for, but we all are being played on, man. But, like I always tell y'all, I ain't gonna talk you out of death, man. If you did enjoy this video, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that post notification bell. That way you be notified on all things Robert Youngblood Jr. whenever I'm posting. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Open y'all eyes and stop being played on. I'm out this thing.